Greetings, sports fans nationwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log here in Lex Anderson World. NFL Week 1, 2020, global pandemic, coronavirus, fans in the stands, and some stadiums are left empty, so we truly hear the sounds and sights of the game. Who won? Who lost? Shovel pass. Mine's, unlike Joe Burrow's, is good for 6 points. Decrees by the prophet. Who won? Who lost? Let's break it down right now. Seahawks at Falcons. I decreed the Seahawks would win, and they did. Final score 38-25 as Russell Wilson threw not one, not two, not three, but 4 touchdown passes, including a beautiful 4th and 5 40-yard pass to DK Metcalf. Browns at the Ravens. I went for the Ravens, and of course it was the Ravens who won. Final score 38-6. Lamar Jackson 275 yards. 3 touchdowns, and the Browns fall to 0-15 on opening day. Baker Mayfield is trash, 198 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT, and Odell Beckham Jr., who said that he would try to be better than Jerry Rice, really? 10 targets, 3 catches, 22 yards. That nigga is trash. Literally, he's trash. Jets at Bills. Of course the Bills would win 27-17 because the Jets ain't shit. Josh Allen, 3 first-half touchdowns, 33 for 46 for 312 yards, becoming the first Buffalo quarterback since Tyrod Taylor on Christmas Eve 2016 as the Jets once again lose. And of course Le'Veon Bell suffered a hamstring injury, so he'll be out for a couple of weeks. The Raiders at the Panthers. I was going for the Panthers, but unfortunately the Raiders came through. 34-20 is the final score. Josh Jacobs, 93 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bears at Lions. It was a nail-biter, but the Bears held me down. Final score 27-23 as Trubisky threw 3 touchdown passes. And of course the Lions did have a chance to win, but they fucked that up because that's just what the Lions do. They fuck shit up. I'm glad I'm not a Lion fan. I'm a Steeler fan. Packers at Vikings. I went for Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers held me down. Final score 43-34. Discount double check 364 yards with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdown passes. Dalvin Cook, he might have got $63 million. 12 carries, 50 yards, 2 touchdowns. Got to do better. Dolphins at New England, the arrival of Cam Newton, and yes, there was the Superman pose because Cam Newton ran for 2 touchdowns in New England's 21-11 win over the Miami Dolphins. Eagles at Washington football team. My boy Bryce, his team, his Eagles, they let me down. They lost 27-17. They were up 17-0. Then the Washington defense just 8 wins up. 8 sacks, 2 INTs, but how about the running game for the Washington football team? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 138 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Wentz, meanwhile, 2 of 42, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs, and the Eagles had only 57 rushing yards. They don't have a ground game, people. Foreshadowing? I believe so. On the 4 o'clock games, Chargers at Bengals. I was going for the Chargers. It was a nail-biter, but the Chargers got the victory, 16-13. Burrow, first touchdown, 23-yard scamper to the house. However, the potential game-tying drive, Burrow's led masterfully, but his lame-ass field goal kicker missed the field goal to tie the game, and then he pulled up lame, grabbing his leg, and that's the final score, 16-13. The Bengals are now 0-9 in one-score games. Buccaneers at Saints, first ever NFL game between 2 guys in their 40s. Tom Terrific, 43. Drew Brees, 41. Brees only had 160 yards, but Tom Terrific threw 2 INTs, including 1 pick six, as Tampa Bay loses 34-23. And for all of this hype, they should have just stuck with Jameis Winston if Tom Brady's going to be the QB throwing all these interceptions. Newly minted Alvin Kamara, 5 years, $75 million, 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown. And on 425, Cardinals at Niners. Folks, all I can say is the Jimmy Garoppolo, the Jimmy G era is over as the Niners lose 24-20. Deandre Hopkins, who wasn't signed by the Houston Texans, makes his Arizona Cardinals debut and proved me the prophet wrong. 14 catches, 151 yards, and again, the Niners lose 24-20. Unmotherfucking acceptable. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys at Rams. The Rams, they're not one, not two, not three, not four, but $5 billion SoFi Stadium. The Cowboys with a chance to score a win only scored 3 points in the second half and lose 20-17. Gallup called for an offensive pass interference with 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good play with the flopping Jalen Ramsey, making sure he's earning his money. And the Cowboys fall to 1-7 in one-score games. And it's pathetic, honestly. All that firepower on offense. You got Gallup, you got Cooper, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Ezekiel Elliott, who had 2 rushing touchdowns, and you still come up fucking empty-handed. Monday Night Football, we had a doubleheader. You already know what it is. Steelers, Steel City, Steeler Nation. Final score, we get the win 26-16. Big Ben, 3 touchdowns. Juju McSchuster had 2 of them. And Bernie Snell, 113 yards on 19 carries. And speaking of carries, Saqoun Barkley, 15 carries for, yes, 6 yards. You heard me correctly. 15 carries, 6 yards. Daniel Jones, fuck him, fuck Duke, 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. Clearly, Jason Garrett is bringing his anemic offensive mind to the Giants. Look forward to nothing good happening for the G-Men. And on the doubleheader, the late game, we had the Titans at the Broncos. And the Titans, Stephen Gostkowski missed 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3 field goals. 47, 43, 42 yards, and he missed the extra point. But he came through and nailed the 25-yarder with 17 seconds left to spare. And win final score 16-14. So based on that, the Prophet has 9 wins to 9 losses. Unfortunately, I would have been in double digits, but a lot of teams let me down. And I don't want to hear about lack of preseason and all this bullshit. There's a Thursday night game. Let me just lay it on the line right here, right now. Browns versus the Bengals. The Prophet decrees look for Joe Burrow and the Bengals to pick up their first win of the season. Until next time, sports fans nationwide, Lex Anderson signing out.